Today we're going to go over hypothesis testing. And hypothesis testing is setting up some sort of statement that you want to make. For example, saying that Kirtland Community College has an average age of 23, let's say. That would be setting up a hypothesis that we could then get the data and test whether or not that was a correct hypothesis. The way we set up a hypothesis is that we say that we have H null. This is the null hypothesis. And you have H1, which is the alternative hypothesis. Now these are going to be done on your population parameters. And your population parameters are given to you as the mu, the sigma, and also the p, the population proportion. Those are the three population parameters that we're going to be testing. And when we test these, we're going to be saying that the null hypothesis is going to have the equality in it. So it's equal to, let's say, 23 in this case, and the alternative is that it is not equal to 23. Or we could say that the null hypothesis is greater than or equal to 23, and the alternative is less than 23. Sorry, the mu is less than 23. And we could also say that the null hypothesis is that it is going to be less than or equal to 23, and the alternative for the mu is going to be greater than 23. This is what we have when we're talking about the null hypothesis. One of the things I want you to notice and pick up on is that each one of the null hypotheses here has equality. To be a null hypothesis, you have to have this as equality. Now in your book, it's not going to use the greater than or equal to or the less than or equal to. It's just going to say that it's equal to. I've chosen to show you the answer with the greater than or equal to, because you notice that this takes up the whole interval. This takes up everything that you could possibly have happening. So what we have so far is that the null hypothesis is going to have equality. The alternative is going to have inequality to it. Now, whenever we're making a statement, we can always make the statement saying that it's equal to, or we could say that make a statement that it's less than. But whatever the statement is, that is what the claim is going to be. And so the claim can actually be either one of these. The claim is what is written out. We say that, KCC average age is 23. This right here then is the claim. Claim can go with either one of these values. The other thing that we have is whenever we're dealing with this is that the alternative having the inequality with it, remember it could be either not equal to, or the alternative could be that it would be less than, or the alternative could be greater than. This determines what is referred to as the tail. This one, since the arrow is pointing to the left, is called the left tail. This one, because the arrow is pointing to the right, this is called a right tail. And since this one is the not equal to, this is referred to as the two tail.